started. It looks like a smaller group than normal to start, but that's okay. I know we add as we go. And then a lot of people watch later on, Facebook and all of our channels. So I want to introduce everybody to Jeremy Cunningham. I met Jeremy through my USA Home Bids platform. For those of you that don't know, we're moving hopefully to actually do a national launch second quarter of next year, which is super cool. And adding a bunch of talent and tools and improving the platform every month. Actually, we do a big sprint every month, and in the process of doing that, I became involved with folks that are way above my level. And so I'm going to try to do my best to bring those to you and share their goodness with you. And one of those guys is Jeremy. Jeremy has an extensive background in lending and asset recovery, and now he's on the cutting edge when it comes to like go high level, which I know everyone is using nowadays. As a matter of fact, two of the programs that I'm in right now use go high level. He also knows artificial intelligence. He's started a couple new companies. I don't want to steal all the thunder from him, but you guys are going to be very privileged to have Jeremy with you today. And hopefully by the end of the call, the goal today is to improve your efficiency, right? Make you more efficient, get stuff done more quickly. A couple of really key pieces that you can use in your everyday business after you leave the call today. So without further ado, I will shut up and turn it over to the man of the hour, Jeremy.
All right, thanks, Russell. Appreciate it. I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. And let's get this guy share. And hopefully everybody can see that okay. All right, good. So yeah, again, appreciate it, Russell. Been a pleasure working with you for sure on the USA Home Bid stuff. I'm really excited for that as well. A little bit of background about myself personally. I've been in the mortgage industry for a little over 20 years. Started primarily working with collection law firms, and one in particular in Colorado, to really figure out and identify opportunities for collections through building out scoring algorithms that will identify likelihood of default, likelihood of needing litigation, those kinds of things, and kind of managed their litigation efforts from a collection standpoint for about 5 or 6 years. And then I started an analytics company to broaden that scoring philosophy, if you will, to the debt recovery space, really regardless of any debt type. And through the Intelitech group, we were able to bring on about 400 clients over the better part of 10 years. So I spent my time traveling around the country, consulting with a multitude of levels of organizations, anywhere from 3 to 5 people to hundreds of people organizationally, and really all geared around kind of what we're going to talk about today is just how to be more efficient and more effective in deploying various strategic strategies, and what tools are out there for you to leverage in the space today. The last 7 years, I've been a senior vice president for specialized loan servicing. I was brought on board with those folks to really figure out how to build a successful foreclosure initiative from a second lien standpoint. And in doing so, we were able to recover a little over $1 billion for our investors over the course of 5 years. SLS, if you're familiar with them, has recently been sold to ShellPoint NewRez, and through that, it was an opportunity for me to exit the servicing side and really start to focus in on a couple of areas. So I started a couple of new companies. One on the real estate side from a wholesaling perspective, which is a company really geared towards identifying distressed assets and then plugging them into a proprietary buyer network that allows us to get cash offers within a few days and actually close and deliver cash back to the property owner or seller of that property within 24 business days, thus the name Sell 24. At the same time, recognizing just the AI, launch, if you will. I think, everything you hear pretty much anywhere you go on social media, on the news, anywhere you go, AI is what everybody's talking about. And I wanted to figure out how can I leverage some of those tools and how can I help people leverage some of those tools because they can be extremely powerful. I think something new comes out, I feel like every day in that space. And so really trying to figure out how to take those types of tools and incorporate them into the real estate market. And I appreciate Russell giving me the opportunity to speak to you all today. I'm really focused on, again, productivity and efficiency. And so I'm going to walk you guys through really kind of three key areas of what we've got through my entities, but certainly, these tools are out there in the market. Um, don't feel like, this isn't a sales pitch, so I don't want it to feel like that. I just want to go over kind of what we do, how we use it, how you might be able to take advantage of it. So from an agenda perspective for today, I'm going to hit on three topics, which is the importance of reputation management. I'm going to talk a little bit about lead generation as it pertains to leveraging AI technology, and then some sales tools for property listings that also would leverage AI tools, things that you might be able to incorporate into your daily processes as you work through your businesses. I will tell you, literally every image that you'll see inside this presentation was all AI generated. I don't have a digital marketing degree or anything like that. Literally, you can make these types of imagery within a few minutes, seconds in some cases. So it's pretty cool stuff. With that said, I'm going to start and talk about really the importance of reputation management. And what reputation management really comes down to, in my personal opinion, is three key areas. It's trust and credibility. It's the impact that it has on any repeat business that you have from customers that you've serviced in the past, and then how that translates into visibility and how you ultimately rank from a search engine optimization standpoint. And so these key areas are a component of one of the companies that I did start, being Inco Agency. That particular piece of it was really interesting to me because I am not personally I go out and do a million reviews on a product. I've been fortunate enough, if you will, to say, look, if I want to go buy a new golf club, I'm just going to pick the one that I like. But that's not the world we live in today. My kids certainly have trained me on, you need to look at reviews and those kinds of things that are out there. And so from a trust and credibility standpoint, I wanted to share some stats that I was able to pull really in the last few days and putting this presentation together for you guys. But 88% of consumers trust online reviews as their kind of go-to evaluation of any product, service, or individual business that they're looking to work with in the future. And having that type of impact is pretty incredible, if you ask me. Your reputation online is probably the number one factor in decision making for a lot of folks. And so having technology and tools that will allow you to automate that kind of reputation management piece is a very key element of your business. And especially for real estate agents and really anyone in the real estate business, there are certainly areas of the industry that don't have a ton of credibility, and it gets shown all the time. Me being on the debt recovery and servicing side, always in the news, always seeing CFPB type of announcements and those kinds of things. And so building a reputation, even as a servicing client, was a huge, tremendous factor in how we grew SLS. From when I started, I think they had about 100,000 assets, to when we sold the business, there was about 800,000 assets. So tremendous impact from a trust and credibility standpoint. A couple other stats I'll share with you, and I will send this deck to Russell and the team so that they can share this with the group. So you will get a copy of this as well. I forgot to mention that on the front end, but a couple other stats. 91% of people read online reviews regularly. That was insane to me. That's not a me personally thing, but that tells me just even more how impactful that is. And then consumers are 31% more likely to work with realtors with excellent reviews. I think the standard I saw was like a 4.2 star rating or higher. met that kind of threshold. So it's important that you're managing those reviews, obtaining those reviews when you're completing the transactions for your customers. And a company like mine with Inco, we're able to automate and facilitate that for you. So you don't have to figure out, how did I text this guy? Did I email him to make sure they did my review? There's technology systems out there like the one that we have that'll be able to do that for you. So as I mentioned before, the impact on repeat business from a reputation standpoint, 56% of sellers that had a positive experience will use you again. I think that's a low statistic personally. It's probably getting higher and higher as time goes on. One of our business partners on the Sell 24 side, Lindsay Mann, she's actually been a realtor in the Colorado market for about 25 years. And she said at least half of her business is repeat business. It's customers that she sold a property for in the past, or they're looking to buy a rental property, or what have you. She calls it her sphere, as what she coined it as. It's really just how do you manage and keep in contact with those folks over time, whether that's sending a birthday reminder, sending an anniversary reminder, giving away a gift card to dinner if they send you a referral, what have you. A lot of those things that's all part of the reputation management process. And so being able to automate that is a very key element in being more proficient. You can't sell properties if you're spending all your time figuring out how to reconnect it and trying to drive leads from past customers, when a lot of that can be automated for you. From a visibility and SEO standpoint, again, SEO, for those of you who aren't familiar, search engine optimization, that's really how Google ranks you or your business or your company or your products. And Google reviews contribute up to 15.4% of local search rankings. I know that Russell and the USA Home Bids team are working on launching an ability to leverage some Google technology through the LSA programs that are out there. That is a tremendous opportunity for you. And if you're able to take advantage of that, I would highly recommend that piece. But even if you aren't going to go that route, which does take some effort for sure, and I know Russell's team has done a great job of building that out, but regardless of that, all of the reviews that you do get, it's important to be able to get 5 recent positive reviews, and that's part of the LSA component as well. But the 5 positive reviews from a recency perspective is really, how do you get those reviews, and then what do you do with that information? So part of a reputation management platform is also to set a standard or a threshold for you to automatically respond and get notified of the feedback that you're receiving. So if you get, a 5-star rating, that's great. Hey, sending a thank you immediately thereafter via text or email, that's tremendous. But somebody that rates you at a 3.5 or lower, also having a process that gives you the ability to respond to that particular customer or consumer is another key element of your reputation management, right? So if you're able to automatically set a threshold, you can create key responses, whether that's an automated text, email, a phone call, a notification to yourself to reach out, or a reward that you may want to give for them to change their opinion in terms of their review, and also, or send a survey, is another option that you might have to obtain additional feedback from them, just to see why did they rate you at that level. It's always good. I feel like you learn more from the negative than you do from the positive, because that gives you, creates opportunities for you in your everyday day-to-day life. So again, reputation management to me is probably the number one most impactful thing on a business today. And so being able to leverage technology to help facilitate that, certainly as a realtor, you guys are working with people all of the time, and their feedback is going to tremendously impact your ability to drive new customers and lead generation thereafter. So I'm going to transition over to kind of just lead generation. And again, what I'm describing today is really more of how to leverage AI technology in terms of lead generation. I think, you'll obviously have your own referral process. You probably work with brokerages and loan officers and those kinds of things that are going to present opportunities for you. So what I'm really referencing here is more of a digital lead generation capability. And so the imagery that you see on the right hand side is a scroll stopping ad. This is through the Cybrid engine that Inco offers. Cybrid engine is about today 25 various AI tools that you would be able to create that type of content literally in a matter of seconds. To create an ad that looks like the one that I'm displaying inside here. I think it took me longer to click like what the target audience is and the message type that I want than it did to generate that image. And what you can do with that image is you can then take it and you can create social media campaigns. You can post it to Facebook, Instagram, whatever, however you're communicating that out to the world. You can also leverage that type of content in your listing contracts or proposals when you're putting together a proposal for a potential new listing that you're preparing. Um, the key element of all of that in a digital market standpoint is really to be able to create sales funnels. And for those of you who aren't familiar, a sales funnel is really just a series of content that you're wanting to walk a potential customer through in order to get to a very specific outcome. That outcome could be schedule a phone call, could be to buy a product, could be to subscribe to a newsletter, whatever that may be. I think traditionally in the real estate market, it's more than likely you want to talk to that individual. So you want to take them through a series of content that is going to entice them to utilize you and your services. And I'm just going to click this guy here and show you an example of through the Cybrid engine, we can create a sales funnel that looks something like this. This was literally built, I think it took 5 minutes to process. You type in your website, or you can put your own description or imagery in there, and it will build out the entire sales funnel. You tell it what type of call to action that you want. So I said, I want to be able to schedule a call and talk about Cell 24. And so it created this, sell your property in 24 days. It created a section that talks about what the process is through our Sale 24 business. It actually created a video.
Hey, Jeremy,
Um, yeah.
I still see lead generation, auto generate sales funnels. Is that what I'm supposed to see?
Oh, I'm sorry. How about now?
There we go. Now I'm
Okay.
good.
Sorry about that. Forgot I got to do the tab thing. My bad. I appreciate it, Russell. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah.
Back at the top. So yeah, so it literally created this sales funnel that says, okay, what I'm trying to accomplish is getting the individual to schedule a call with us to talk about how we can sell their property through the Sell 24 process. It generated a video that can publish to YouTube. I'm not going to play that video because I got a couple other videos that I'll show you, but this is a 100% AI generated video that's all built right into the sales funnel. Talks about some of your key elements of your business. What can you do from a delivery standpoint, whatever that may be for you guys. Obviously, it'll be very dependent on what your particular process is. But the beauty of AI is if that content exists or you provide that content within the AI tool, and if we have enough time, I'll actually pull up the Cyber engine and we can take a website and I can show you how quick it works. Again, you can have testimonials, again, all leading to why would you use Cell 24? Now get in touch with us. Here's some frequently asked questions. I didn't put any of this in content in there. It automatically generated all of that for me, my contact information down below. So it's a pretty powerful tool, and sales funnels can be published to website domains, or they can be standalone like landing pages that you would drive customers to through various social media channels, email marketing campaigns, all of those types of technology that usually resides within your CRM system. If you don't have a CRM system, as Russell mentioned, I use Go High Level for everything. Our Inco agency is built entirely on top of Go High Level as well. So if you need help with any of those things, I'm more than happy to help you. But again, the purpose of today is leveraging AI to generate powerful content and imagery that can be easily displayed to drive leads to you in a digital world. So let me go back to this and make sure I got it right this time, I think. Okay, so then one of the next things that I did want to share with you, because in talking with Lindsay and honestly, probably a couple hundred realtors across the industry, the next thing in AI that we're personally working on through the Cybrid engine is the ability to create an automated listing proposal, which would give the ability to pull in comps, pull in market analysis, pull in property conditions, and then a customized valuation tool that you can obviously use your own inputs and your own process. But in having, like I said, probably a couple hundred different realtors walk me through what do you do when somebody says, I want you to sell my property? And watching how long that process really takes for folks. And I get that it's kind of a little bit of a niche for each individual in terms of how they want to prepare that. One of the things that we're going to be working on is being able to utilize an AI tool to generate all of that collateral for you in an automated fashion. And then you can put your own branding and flavor on top of that, hopefully to create an opportunity for you to be extremely more successful in one, being able to generate listing proposals for hundreds of people, like at the snap of a finger. So that's coming soon. I don't believe there's anything out there in the market that I've seen. If you've seen one, I'd love to take a look at it, but I'm excited for that particular one. It's something that we're going to really leverage on our Sell 24 side for sure, because it's one thing to say, I'll give you a cash offer. It's another thing to say, here's why I'm giving you that cash offer. And I think that's a lot of the conversation talking points today that we feel like we can automate within our business. Some additional sales tools that I feel like are potential opportunities when it comes to the actual listing of properties is really, again, how do you leverage AI technology in the actual listing element of it? You know, obviously you're going to post to the MLS and it's going to find its way to Zillow and all of the other kind of more traditional methods in which people kind of search for properties or are looking for properties. But being able to automatically generate YouTube videos for a property, highlight the key features of a property, and then publish that out into a digital market, into a social media, or as like I'm going to use Lindsay's phrase, sending that back out to your own sphere, if you will, for what's out there in the market, or being able to create that, you know, again, within, I think these videos literally process in about 5 minutes. To be able to do that and be able to generate that content for folks, it'll create a much greater online presence for you. You'll create followers, you'll create leads from it, and it should be extremely more efficient for you personally as you work with your customers in the future. So I'm gonna show you 3 different videos. I hope you can hear them. So if you can't, you let me know. So this example is one of a listing video that you could publish to you. Okay, so let me do this.
And we're still on that same page, sales tools for property listings. There we go.
Prestigious Bushwood Golf and Country Club community in Springfield. The property features a professionally landscaped yard with ample green space. Inside, the home boasts a light-filled foyer, a study, formal dining room, a living room with a coffered ceiling and stone fireplace, and a walkout porch. The chef's kitchen is equipped with high-end appliances and a walk-in pantry. The main level also includes a guest suite and a full garage. Retreat to the upper level features a luxurious primary suite with a sitting area and a huge walk-in closet, as well as 2 additional bedrooms with ensuite bathrooms and a bonus room. The unfinished basement offers ample room for a gym, home theater, additional guest bedroom. This home is listed by Bob Terwilliger of Red Blazer Realty.
So again, that's just one example, small video that took me at all three of these videos we built yesterday in about 25, 30 minutes that I'm going to share with you. This particular video, I think, was over like a 6-slide approach. So depending on how many photos you have and how elaborate you want that video to be, you get to control the audio, the voice that's being used to read the script. You can adjust those things over time. I literally made no adjustments to any of these videos. So these are just the first iteration ones, just to again share with you guys how quickly some of these things can be put together. But you can certainly go in and edit, modify, and update them to your liking. And it's really very easy to do. And like I said, if we've got enough time, I'll actually show those to you guys here in a minute. So here's a more promotional video that you might be able to create for your own personal business. And let me see, should be
Unlock
good.
the future of real estate with Cell 24, your gateway to seamless wholesale transactions across the U.S. Experience the power of innovation with deals closing in just 24 days, maximizing your cash returns by an average of 15%. Harness the strength of our vast buyer network and cutting-edge market analytics to elevate your selling experience. From instant cash offers to exclusive auction platforms, we provide custom solutions to optimize property prices. Our dedicated team is committed to exceptional service, complete transparency, and creative solutions tailored to your needs. Join the Cell 24 revolution and discover how effortless real estate can truly be today.
Perfect. So again, 5 minutes. All I did was plug in the Cell 24 website and it generated that video. No edit, no nothing. You can take that video and immediately publish it out to social media, your Facebook campaigns, however you want to share that. The last video is a little bit longer, so bear with me. And this one is going to talk a little bit more about the reputation management that I described earlier. But again, plugged in the Inco website and said, hey, create me a video so I can share with these folks today. And this is what we get.
Introducing Inco, a cutting-edge reputation management agency that elevates your business's online presence through strategic, AI-driven solutions. We understand that in today's digital landscape, your reputation isn't just an asset, it's a catalyst for growth. Our comprehensive services are designed to seamlessly integrate with your existing operations, allowing you to manage and enhance your online reviews, customer interactions, and brand image with ease.
All right, so I'm going to stop it there because it's a couple minutes long because that site's got a lot of content in it. But just to give you again an example of what those things really have the power of AI today. And now I'll show you guys how we doing on time, Russell.
We're about 15 minutes from the end. 15.
Okay, cool. I want to make sure I got enough time for Q&A if we've got any. So the screen I'm sharing with you today should look like it's got 1 million apps on it. Is that right, Russell? Yep. Okay, cool. So this is the Byrd engine. So these are all the various AI tools that are contained within the Byrd engine. And so each of these things, as I mentioned, building out, let's see, let's pick one, an AI video just so I can show you what that looks like. So I can type in usahomebid.com and I can say create me a hype video, or there's several options, and I click there and it says 7-8 minutes. I'd say usually it renders within a couple of minutes. There are some other settings where you can again pick the voice if you want to use some British guy or whatever you want, right? Like there's even some cameo celebrity folks that are inside there, but you literally click 2 buttons and now it's going out and it's capturing and gathering all the information from that particular website. And then because I picked hype video, it's probably going to have a pretty upbeat audio. You can actually, through one of the tools in here, create your own audio. or upload some other tone or whatever you want to use. I think it's got a pretty good variety, if you will, of various functions that are inside there. Once the video is created, like I said, you'll actually see kind of like a PowerPoint tool. It'll be able to share with you kind of how it's structured the content of that video, and then it'll be able to let you edit. You can change the script, and kind of, as the videos I showed, what was being transcribed across the bottom, you have the ability to control all of those various components that are hanging out there. So
Jeremy, is that like a one-stop shop for all AI that you may need as a real estate agent? Because I know for me, there's a couple that we use, but like Jasper, and then we don't know which one to use for what. And then you try to give it a command and it's like, well, we don't really do that. I have never seen like an AI app web page like that where you can kind of just do what you want. Is that what you guys, was that the goal?
yeah, so that's exactly right. So I'll see if this doesn't finish here in like 30 seconds, I'll cancel out and I'll go back into that screen here. But yeah, that's exactly right, Russell. So the Cybrid engine that we created is all of the various tools that we would use. That's what I use to create all of the content for today. So the imagery, the presentation, the videos, literally every single thing that I've shared with the group today is all utilized through one of the various apps that are contained within the Cybrid engine. And we're constantly adding new ones to that engine as well. So like I said, we're working on the marketing proposal for listing proposals for real estate agents will be another app within there. If you like to play in that space, there's actually an ability for you to develop your own apps within there. If you really want to tinker and toy, if you're like me, I like that stuff, but a lot of people may not be interested in that. I will agree with you 1000%, Russell, that it does require you to be very descriptive in order to get the outcome that you're looking for. So let me just see if this finishes.
And then Jeremy, when I hover over each one of them, will it give me an idea what it does? Because some of them were a little vague, like hooks or something. I saw a couple of like, what the heck does it actually do?
Yep. So actually what we've got inside here is we've got academies. So there's a series of training videos that are tied to each one of the apps that you can take. And then what we've done on the Inco side is we're working on, just like the USA Home Bid, kind of a series of certification processes that will be able to take those academies and then, kind of teach you at your own pace, but they also exist inside here. I'll say for the most part, a lot of them are pretty self-explanatory, like logo maker or what have you. There are a few of them certainly that would require, like, what do I even do with this, or how do I use that? If any of you guys wanted to take advantage of these tools, obviously you can work with my group and we would be able to assist you, whatever you guys are looking for. It's really, I don't know, it's pretty inexpensive tool. We charge $50 a month for the Cybrid engine, and then you get access to all this stuff. So if you don't have a CRM, there's even a little CRM inside here, I believe. There are email marketing campaigns that you can create, all the imagery. There's a precision image maker, if I can find it in here.
Top right.
Top right. Yep. Okay.
Third one
So
over.
yeah, so in this precision model piece, so I'll just show you guys what this looks like. So you will upload a series of images. So like for one of the things that my daughter is participating in is she's created a little bracelet business, and she's a survivor of cancer, and so she wants to make bracelets and then donate one bracelet to a cancer patient for everyone that gets purchased. So what we did is we created a train model. So if I hit the download the train data, let's do this one. So you can see inside here, I uploaded 20 images that I just took. That's what the model is. So you train it with whatever imagery that you want. And then if you want to generate an image, but I wanted a picture of Zoe making a bracelet saying, hey, these are featured, right? And so if I go down to that video, just to give you guys an example of what that prompt looks like, this is what that prompt looks like. So to your point, Russ, you have to be extremely descriptive in what you're doing, but well, you know, it does take a little bit of tinkering, but this is the type of imagery that you can create using AI. So now I can take that, put it on our website. I've got something that's far better than any picture I'm going to take. You know, I don't have backdrops and all that professional landscape that's hanging out there. And the beauty of something like the precision model, as an example, would be, you know, once you have the photos of your property, if they don't come out very well, or you need to tailor them a little bit differently, you can plug them in, train a model, and then it can regenerate all of those images that you want to use for your listing. That's just another, I guess, another example of something that could help create a little bit of additional time, but a little bit of professional appearance. I know, I assume most of you guys are using, you know, professional photographers, and I don't have an appreciation for what that cost is these days, but, you know, personally, you could literally have the homeowner give you pictures of their house, plug them in here, and tell it to wipe out all the furniture and put the fireplace on and make a TV showing the ball game, and it'll just make that image in a few seconds. So it's pretty interesting. All right, so let me, I mean, I think that's about all that I was going to share with you all today. Let me go back here, make sure, yep. So then thank you, questions and answers. So yeah, I mean, like I said, so to me personally, kind of in conclusion, if you will, reputation management, huge for your business. Make sure you, if you're not doing it today, you need to, you really got to have those reviews coming in. You've got to have an ability to constantly communicate back, whether that's missed call text messages, again, automating the review process, and then making sure you're encapsulating those reviews and then taking action on those reviews. And then how do you leverage AI tools to create digital marketing campaigns, whether that's from lead generation or, like I said, post listing. That's really a couple of key areas of opportunity that I think could really help from a proficiency standpoint. So again, Russell, I appreciate you and the team giving me the opportunity to talk today, and we'll open it up if there are any questions that I could answer for anyone. And I don't know how to do that, just so you know. So I don't know if I see. I don't know if
Go
I
ahead,
see
Trevor. I see Trevor's real hand.
Yeah, my real hand. That was easier. Jeremy, that's awesome. When do you think you may have the listing proposals piece up and running?
So I think we're probably about a week out from having it completed, and then we're going to obviously test it on a few properties to make sure it aligns to what we've got. So I would say, you know, for us to be ready to market, I would say we'll probably release it about mid-month in November.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Awesome.
Jeremy.
Well, this
I
is
have a
great. I
question.
appreciate everybody jumping in.
Hey, hey, Tom,
Tom, are there any other questions?
Tom, one more question.
Yeah, I have
go
one more
ahead.
question.
question.
Hey, Jeremy, when you were doing that hype video, I noticed you put it in the website so you could gather the information. Would you be able to do the same thing with any type of like Facebook pages or business landing pages?
Yep, any URL that is out there content-wise, you can utilize. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a published one. So like, even if you had something in preview mode that you've generated, as long as it can get accessed from the web, then it can pull that in. You also can give it you can also load in an image and give an image description of however description you want to create that hype video. So if you had like, I don't know if a good example of that, but if you wanted to load up, I don't know, a picture of a golf, country club, and create a video of to highlight the country club for a property you're selling, you could just load up the picture of the country club, and then it'll generate that hype video and go out there. So I think the options are website, an image or a text. So you can give it any description from either one of those avenues. But any URL, Facebook page, TikTok, doesn't matter. Yep.
And Jeremy, if we wanted to sign up to start working with you, just reach out to you directly. What do we do?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. You can just email me and then I'll shoot you back a link. We're actually just loading up the Cybrid engine into the Inco site this afternoon. So, but if you email me, I'll shoot you the link and then you can take a look at it and we can go from there for sure.
Okay, I'll send you an email. That's Jeremy at the IRW Solutions email.
JR.
Jeremy,
All right, thank you.
Jeremy.
JRW.
Yep. Yep.
Did you get
And
that?
I'll send this.
JRW.
I'll send this presentation out. I do believe all of the videos will be contained inside there. You'll just have to click these images so they'll but the videos and everything I shared are actually contained within the presentation. So should I shoot that to Megan Russell? Is that right? Okay. So I'll shoot her the presentation after we get done here and then she can distribute out to the group or publish it or whatever you guys got to do.
All right, Tom's up.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate y'all. Well, just like Tony Robbins says, now you got your inspiration. Now it's time to put in the perspiration. Let's go. Have a good week. Hey, no meeting next week. We'll see you in Miami. Love you guys. See ya.
Thanks, everybody.